What is up, everyone out there? YouTube, radio land, wherever you're listening or watching this at. Hello. It is the Brand and your excellent friend, the Brand, and Vito. What's up, Vito?
Yo.
How you doing?
Yo, Vito TV. Welcome.
Vito TV is where you see the video. This is simulcast on the Pro Wrestling Planet podcast. And me and Vito, as you may or not know, we usually we do these AEW Dynamite reviews every week. Vito, before we get into that, man, I just wanted to kind of kill two birds with one stone. I wanted to open this with you on call. I got a new Pro Wrestling crate.
Is this exclusive?
This is exclusive.
Surprise exclusive right now?
This is a surprise.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a Dynamite review because it's Wednesday night and you know what that means.
Right.
But right here, Brandon is opening, what did you say it was?
Got a Pro Wrestling crate.
Pro Wrestling
right
crate. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
My thought is behind this, I didn't really want to make this a video on my own channel because it's literally two things. So, like, I don't know, just making the video, a video all about that seems kind of silly to me. So I'm going to open it with you.
Let's do this.
Here on the show before we get going here. Oh, dude, I can already tell it's sick. Check out the shirt. Peep the shirt.
Oh, the Hardys.
Hardy
is
shirt.
It an AEW shirt or ringside?
Well, it's a Toltex 202. It's not like officially branded, but I believe, I don't know if it's this crate or the other or the loot, but this is a Pro Wrestling tees. So basically all the same thing.
Nice.
It does not have
that is a nice shirt.
Yeah, I like it. I like the colors. It does not have the AEW branding on it anywhere.
All right.
But I mean, it's a Pro Wrestling tees.
Yeah. I like that about AEW. They allow their wrestlers to have their own shirts.
Well, their store, and if you look, I mean, it may have changed, but if you go on Shop AEW, it's like, I mean, it's cross-branded basically with Pro Wrestling tees. I mean, they're basically, in bed with each other, no pun intended.
And there are separate ones that aren't on Shop AEW. Oh,
right.
Is this the autograph?
This is the auto. This is all that comes in this box. It's the mid-Carter box, which is like
the shirt and the auto.
It's a shirt and an auto for like $20.
Right.
I think it's a hell of a steal. Let's see what we got. Oh, dude! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die right now. I'm gonna die.
Oh,
the man himself,
dude.
a Danhausen
Jelly.
8x10, dude. I love Danhausen. I love him.
And it's black and white too.
Right. That is
awesome.
Oh my gosh, I'm popping hard for this. That's woo.
Nice.
Just for that, I gotta keep this one going because like that's a score and a half.
Yeah.
This man's auto is gonna go way up in value, folks. Mark it right now.
Oh, for sure, Danhausen.
I'm telling you, guy.
You can hashtag Hookhausen for the rest of the days.
And, we'll get into this, Vito. We're talking about Dynamite here for May 25th, 2022. What did I miss out on? New Age Outlaws t-shirt. So I'm glad they gave me the Hardys one, probably, actually. Eddie Guerrero socks. Just Enjoy Wrestling lapel. Shockmaster micro brawler. Which I don't really collect.
So you got the smaller box, and they send you a card that tells you what you missed because you were cheap.
Isn't that kind of weird? I thought that was kind of strange. But it tells you, if you look really closely, it's got boxes and it shows you each tier and what they got in their box. So
how much was your tier?
There's 4 different tiers. It's like $20.
$20. That's not bad for a shirt and an auto.
And that's all I really care about, really.
Yeah.
And even with the shirts, I got so many shirts, so it's like I could really take or leave the shirts, but getting like a cool
Do you get
auto
the
like that.
AEW box?
You know, I'm going to start. I haven't yet,
Oh
but I'm going
man,
to start.
it's totally worth it. The shirts themselves are amazing, and you get 2 of them.
I just watched the dude open the newest one, some guy on YouTube, and it looked great. Like he got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I did an unboxing for 1 or 2 of mine.
Well, we got to keep those
But
up.
I don't think I did an unboxing of the last one though. I think I was too excited.
Right.
The next one, this is me promising Vito TV fans. The next one I'll do an unboxing of.
Please do. Please do. And I'll watch your video instead of what's his name's.
Good. Screw what's his name.
Whoever he is.
Yeah.
But Vito, we got this show, you know, another jam-packed show, go-home show for the Double or Nothing pay-per-view.
Yes.
Starts off hot. Starts off with Spears, Wardlow, MJF is the ref.
I love this shirt.
MJF's ref shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the whole getup in general is very Shawn Michaels.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He reminded me so much of Shawn Michaels.
Right.
I was like, I love this.
Right.
Oh man.
I thought they were gonna do the Dude Love Austin finish, where Vince was the ref, you know, and he just like counts and knocked out MJF's hand.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
I mean, they don't end up doing that here. Basically,
in the beginning,
yeah.
There's 2 things I want to say about the entrances. That this match I loved it, but the entrances, there was a couple things that got me. When the fan wouldn't give him the sign, he was trying to take the sign from the fan to probably rip it, and he wouldn't give it to him.
He no-sold them.
Yeah, and then Spears's mask was like a. Did you see this mask?
It was like a Punisher-esque type thing.
It was like a weird mix between the Taskmaster and Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The Casey Jones face is very similar to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was like, this is weird. I don't know where it came from. I don't think he's worn it before.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I had never really seen him use that gimmick.
Yeah, no. I was like, is that Taskmaster or is it Casey Jones? What is that? I don't know.
Well, you know, Wardlow comes out. They keep him in the handcuffs. They beat the crap out of him with the cuffs on. Then he dramatically breaks free from the cuffs. And then Wardlow almost breaks his neck with a senton. Did you catch that?
I don't.
He was so close to snapping his neck.
It looked like he landed it, but he kind of like headbutt him in the ribs almost. He almost completely missed him, but I think he still landed it. It just looked weird because he almost missed him completely.
Yeah,
I think only his head hit probably his side, like right next to his ribs probably.
It's one of those things where it was like, I could see it in slow motion happening, like, no, not a Brock Lesnar WrestleMania 19, you know, repeat. Except that was
it'll be on Botchmania probably.
That was a Shooting Star Press. There was plenty of Botchamania to be had in this show, and we'll get to that as we
there was.
as we go on. But you know, now explain to me this, Vito. I could have swore they were doing a spot where Spears was trying to escape the cage, and then all of a sudden he runs out of it. Or was he just like trying to go up and do a move there? Like, I didn't quite get that, because then I was confused when he just went out of the cage, and then the announcers explained it. Oh well, you know, it's a pin or submission cage match. So this is okay.
Yeah, I think he was doing it as because at first I was confused too,
Yeah.
but then I thought for a minute I was like maybe he's doing it just to like maybe mock the other cage matches because MJF's like no 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 don't climb up there.
Oh, okay. So
But
MJF did correct him. I didn't catch
it,
that. So then, yeah,
it
yeah.
it seemed like he was it seemed like he was doing this like no,
He
but
forgot the rules.
yeah,
Well,
you're not your old work anymore.
this is not NXT. Yeah, no, Spears grabs a chair, MJF holds Wardlow. Of course, he ducks and MJF gets the chair shot.
Like a champ.
Right? And then
Took it like a champ.
We get the new ref coming down, so we don't get the knocked out MJF count, but we get a second ref. Wardlow hits a couple power bombs, and that's it, baby. We're on to the pay-per-view. MJF and Wardlow, just like we figured all along, but now we finally get there, right?
Yep.
So who?
And they did the
who wins this thing?
ring spot. I did notice that. When he did when they called back to the dog collar match when Wardlow when MJF won the ring and Wardlow checked the pockets.
Oh, right. With the key.
With the key.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good spot there.
Yeah, this feud has just been very well done. And, that kind of leads into the prediction of everything is like this obviously has to end with Wardlow just, completely kicking MJF's ass.
Oh.
At the pay-per-view. Maybe they twist it again, but I mean, this is just, it's gotta run its course, right? He's gotta win and be freed. Yeah. I mean, are we on the same page as far as that prediction goes? Probably.
I believe so, yes. I mean,
it's a pretty easy one, right? I mean, unless they throw a major Russo curveball.
I can't figure out how it's gonna happen because, MJF can't win or MJF can't lose in a totally defeating fashion, you know what I mean?
Right.
He can't be powerbombed like 20 times and Wardlow pin him. It can't be like that.
Right.
But no, Wardlow's definitely gonna win as long as MJF doesn't get quote unquote buried.
Oh, for sure. There's a few things they can do. They can do like a surprise quick power bomb, like, it will more than likely probably end up with him kind of no-selling the initial pinfall, but I think it'll still end with like an extra power bomb or two, and I still think Wardlow goes over pretty strong.
DQ.
But
I'm thinking maybe a DQ or something.
You think they're gonna DQ this? Nah, bro, they got to pay this off.
Who knows?
They got to pay this off. And speaking of payoff, we get a Page Punk face-to-face promo here.
Wait, first the Wizard burns a random guy.
Oh, I did not catch
just
this.
Look past that.
I did not catch this. When did this? This was like a backstage deal?
Yeah. The JAS were just walking back or in the back, and one of the crew guys were walking next to him, and Jericho's like, "Oh, that's right. He's wearing a Moxley shirt." And Jericho's like, "Oh, you like that Moxley shirt, do you? You know what happens if you wear a Moxley shirt?" And fucking threw a fireball in his face.
Because he's a freaking wizard.
Yeah. He goes, "You just got burnt because I'm a wizard." So.
Well, I mean, hey. I completely support them continuing on this gimmick. Yep. I'm totally fine with that.
One match in, the Wizard burns a guy. Let's move on.
Well, this was the Page Punk face-to-face, and, I was skeptical when they came out and started this, Vito. I was like, man, I wish they would have kept, did something different with this. But by the time it ended, I was on board because Page throws out what I think was the line of the year by saying that he wasn't just defending the title against Punk, he was defending AEW against him.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, dude, that's the best thing I've heard in a long time. That was great.
In the Punk's intro, the little line above his name, you ever read those?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the little, it says like where they're ranked and stuff.
It said, invented the Punk shot lariat last week against so-and-so.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently it's going to become a thing.
Those. I always read those because in the beginning, they were about Hangman's like alcohol problem, and they were so funny.
Oh my gosh.
They were so funny. Yeah, no, I'm hooked, man. I'm hooked. I told you before that I was lukewarm on this, possibly even cold some weeks, but after that Hangman promo and Punk's like lackluster responses, nope, I'm hooked.
I'm on board. I just don't know how to feel. My son asked me, like, who do you think's going to win? You know, who do you want to win? And I was just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I like both guys, and I don't really feel either way. You know, like I'm kind of leaning Hangman just because I like his performance in this more than Punk's. You know, and like you said, Vito, his responses, you know, it kind of, there wasn't much fire back from Punk. He tries to make Page shake his hand. They end up in a shoving match, and Page ends up decking Punk, and he just kind of sits there and looks at him, doesn't retaliate, and then Hangman walks off. So
yeah, that was a stiff shot.
I think the segment overall was very well done. Like I said, I was skeptical. But I mean, who do you think wins when the chips are down? Like who's Hangman. Coming out of this? Got to be Hangman, right? Okay.
Yep.
Well, so far we see eye to eye on this. What do we got next? Kingston and Mox private party. Of course, Jericho and Regal come out for commentary on this.
Yeah.
And this is just, you know, was basically kind of a glorified match, just to kind of end up in a big brawl, right? I mean, let's call it what it is.
I just want to say, I've been thinking about this the last couple weeks, and I wrote it down tonight. I think Jon Moxley is currently my favorite wrestler.
Okay.
My current favorite active wrestler.
So you think his stuff now is better than it even was like during the title run, like
pre-rehab?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this BCC Jon Moxley is awesome. I think its intensity is very entertaining to watch. I think that clubbing elbow thing he does is very intense.
Right.
I just really like his match pace, everything about him. He's just really good.
He's refocused.
Really good. Yeah, he is.
I wonder if he thinks at all through this sobriety process of like how much was his odds with his old job was maybe like alcohol related, you know, to some degree. You know, maybe not, you know what I mean?
Like Vince led him to drinking.
Well, maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's how he perceives it now. But, you know what I mean? Maybe if he just like, you know, because that's the thing. I mean, if you're in the throes of something like that, it just seems like you're going to have problems no matter what's going on or where, you know what I mean? But I don't know. That's neither here nor there. We could do a whole podcast on that one, I'm sure. Just kind of a weird thought that came into my mind. My biggest thing from this tag match that ended up in the brawl between the Jericho Society and Regal and all them, Blackpool Combat Club. As this match ended, Eddie Kingston comes in to like neutralize the run-in, and he like tries to do did you see him try to do this dragon sleeper that Eddie Kingston cannot do a dragon sleeper, people.
Okay.
Let's go back.
First of all, before I get to that, Isaiah Cassidy hits a very nice stunner off the middle rope about halfway through the match. Did you see that?
Picture perfect.
It was beautiful. Jaw-dropping for me. It was very nice. Okay, on to what you were just saying. They call it a stretch plum. That's what they call it when he does it.
Okay.
It's like he takes the arm and he brings the arm straight out, and he takes the head and kind of just like pushes it off to the side.
Okay, so this is a whole nother move.
Yeah,
I apparently didn't know this.
Like I'm probably wrong on this, but I think it's called a stretch plum. I'll have to look it up. But
okay. Well, I noticed he did because it looked like he was doing a dragon sleeper, and then he to me it looked like he was doing that, and then he abandoned it, and then just was doing this like arm bar thing. So that makes sense. I guess if it's a whole nother, that's just like how the move's supposed to look, I suppose.
Okay, so when Mox had I don't remember which one it was, his guy in the I don't know what his move's called. I think it was Cassidy. He had Isaiah Cassidy in the Bulldog Choke, I think it's called. Is that what it's called? The Bulldog Hold?
Okay, yeah. It's like a...
He had him in that thing, and Kingston had him in his thing. The ref never even looked at Kingston.
Right.
He deliberately kept his eyes away from Kingston. I watched him too. I was like, dude, he's there.
Right.
Just look over. Do something about that. You're a man of the stripes, for Christ's sakes.
It's one of those things that's going to drive the traditionalists nuts. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? The pinfall ends up happening with the other two dudes in the ring. So whatever.
Yeah.
We get to the same place either way by, having the huge brawl at the end. So, in that aspect, what does it matter, right?
So, at the end of this, I got two things to say. First off, they chose my name of the match. I just want to say that. Remember, they named a bunch of names. Anarchy in the Arena. They chose my name. Just want to say that. And my main thought coming out of this is Brian getting replaced in this match? You think?
I heard the injury wasn't actually anything. It wasn't even, it was just it was a spot.
I figured that.
The whole stage deal.
But story-wise, it seemed almost like he was...
right, because they had him try to get worked over there by Jericho.
Yeah.
And then Jericho hobbled
down.
The way Jericho
hobbled down to the ring for the save, and then they had him get beat up while he was down there. So, I don't know.
The way they had Jericho flee the ring was just hilarious. Or just the way he did it. It was like...
Laura said he walks like he has something stuck up his ace.
That's kind of, he does kind of have a weird walk to him nowadays.
Yeah.
I guess that just comes with getting older and, sore every day. But it was funny just seeing him flee. It was like seeing someone run from the cops. It was different. It was different from the way people usually run from a ref or, a run in or something.
Yeah.
He was just all kind of in slow motion, trying to figure out where he was going. It didn't look so choreographed. I thought it was pretty brilliant. Kudos to Jericho on that. Who wins this thing? Does it even matter? We just want to see a bunch of stuff, right? I mean, that's the purpose of this match.
I say the faces win, I think.
Naturally, yeah.
Mox and Kingston and
the
LAX.
faces have got to win, or else it continues.
Yeah.
And we don't, I think, necessarily want all this to continue. We kind of want them to branch out and do some other stuff. But, you know, it's all fine. It'll be interesting to see how it all gets shooken up, you know, leading into the next big show. Be interesting to see if one of these teams, either Jericho, well, not the teams, but either Jericho or Mox or Brian, somebody kind of getting their way back into the main event scene after this. You know, hopefully that's kind of more or less the idea. But so yeah, then we got, and here, you'll have to forgive me, Vito, my notes got really crappy from here on out. The listeners will have to forgive me as well, listeners and viewers. So you might have to fill in some blanks kind of here and there. A lot of chaos just coming back from vacation and all that.
Oh, all right, let's do it.
But I do have RPG Vice FTR.
Yeah, it's Ring of Honor time.
Now this was a hell of a match, of course.
Yep. Bobby Cruz as ring announcer, Caprice Coleman as commentator, and oddly enough, no Ring of Honor referee. So there you go.
Right. Well, it's, you know, they're on AEW grounds, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, maybe. In the past, that was always a thing.
2 for 3.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, just like Meatloaf said.
Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, Roppongi Vice versus FTR for those ROH tag titles.
Well, this was basically a huge setup for a run-in from
Rocky Romero is great.
For some New Japan dudes.
Started off with that.
I was disappointed they didn't use the original theme song. I couldn't really hear it. I think it was the second theme song, which is okay. But that first Roppongi Vice theme song is dope. And I love Rocky Romero as well, yes.
His style in this match and his speed, so good. So good.
Good to see them back together, and they worked their ass off here.
And that Cash hot tag, did you catch that? I think it was Trent.
Every FTR hot tag is like that. They have that down to an art form.
Yeah, when Trent had his leg and he just like got close, backed up, got close, backed up, and just did this crazy hop. That was so good.
Right.
Anyway,
Teetering.
I'm partial to AEW. I just love AEW, and I love FTR.
Well, that's why we're here, right? You know.
Because it's Wednesday night.
And this sets up the match with Cobb, and, you know, we got the NJPW guys running in.
I'm a Jeff Cobb fan, man.
Absolutely, 100%. Matanza Cueto.
Yeah.
No, so this is good. I wonder if this happens on the crossover show, or what do you think?
Then I did not know of his tag team partner, the Great O'Khan.
Great O'Khan,
you
yes.
Know of him?
Well, I mean, I've heard the name, and I've probably seen a match or two on a NJPW pay-per-view, but
United Empire is their name, apparently.
Okay, yeah.
I took that note.
Well, I believe they were somewhere on my Forbidden Door card against someone. I don't know if it was against FTR, but why not?
Are we looking at a 3-way for Roppongi, FTR, and United Empire? Are we going to do multiple tags?
I mean, that depends if they, That depends on if they do it at the Forbidden Door or not. They might.
That's what I'm looking at.
They might edge out Roppongi altogether. I don't know. I don't know if it ends up in a three-way. I guess it could. And Roppongi was, and that's what's something kind of weird about them, is that technically they're like kind of, you know, I mean, I guess they're Ring of Honor guys, but a lot of people know them from New Japan as well. Yeah.
I mean, Rocky Romero's like a booker over there, isn't he?
I did not know that, but I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they're involved, maybe not. I mean, it seems like it would be kind of a waste to do this repairing of them just to have them do this one match and nothing else. So there's probably got to be a reason behind that. So maybe you're right. Maybe it will be a triple threat at least.
At Forbidden Door. Well, I mean, the Double or Nothing's ending, so now, I mean, we're almost to June, so it's time to start building Forbidden Door.
Yeah, because that's just around the corner. It's not like you have a 3 month build or anything for that. We're looking at literally a month.
Yeah,
we got to build some matches. So, next up, unless I missed some promos in here, we had the triple threat match.
Yep.
For the well, I mean, it wasn't for anything, but it was all the tag team
momentum
split up. And I really regret missing this match. It seemed like it was probably the best match on the show.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
So I got to go back and watch it. I missed this altogether. I came in as Swerve made the pin.
It was Ricky Starks, Jungle Boy, and Swerve Strickland. And the beginning, they were throwing each other into the other one for moves. Basically, like Ricky would throw Jungle Boy into Swerve Strickland for a Hurricanrana. And they're basically doing tag moves with the other guy on accident. It was very impressive. Great nonstop action all the way through it.
Well, this really seems like it's setting up for Swerve and Keith Lee. I mean, they came out with all the shine out of this. So it seems like that's either who's winning or that's who they want us to think who's winning at the pay-per-view.
You missed this whole match?
I missed this whole match, dude. I came in at the end.
Okay. So there was a spot where all three of them were on the top. So it was Jungle Boy and Swerve were on the top. And Ricky was starting to come over. Aubrey was saying no to all three, which I don't understand because it was no DQ in a triple threat match. So I think Ricky Starks was kicked off the apron. Jungle Boy did a super poison Rana on Swerve, and he landed on his feet.
Oh, wow.
And so when Swerve was just staring at him, and Ross and Excalibur and Tony Schiavone was like, on his feet, these two, his feet. Can you believe it? Landing on his feet. Jungle Boy staring at him, and he lips. What the? Which all the announcers did too. It was a crazy, crazy spot. Go back and watch it.
I do have to go back and watch this match for sure.
Which led us to the end, which was a giant Swerve stomp and the 1, 2, 3.
I don't feel right about not watching it.
No, you shouldn't.
So it's something I'm gonna go back and watch. Okay, this is weird. This is my other camera that it used. So that's interesting. Anyway,
then the big boys came out.
Right, yeah, their partners come out. They all get involved. We see some Keith Lee tope. Or I don't even think we could call it a tope, more like a
slingshot torpedo.
Right.
Keith Lee's awesome.
And case in point, Tony Schiavone says, we've never ever seen a man his size do anything like that ever before. And that's where Tony Schiavone loses all credibility with me. Like we were talking about last week. He's still doing it.
I can't believe your heat with Tony Schiavone.
He's still doing it all these years later, folks. So then we get a backstage thing with Dan Lambert talking about how Sammy destroyed Scorp's belt. I
New
saw
belt for Scorpio.
Right. That'll be interesting. He said it was crafted in his image.
Yeah.
So,
Spinner.
oh gosh. Who knows? And probably they're going to reveal it on Rampage, he said. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I think this
you know
is.
what I like about Scorpio Sky?
What's that?
It's a great gimmick. He's just like,
right.
didn't work out for me. I'm not as good as Scorpio.
You know, I've followed Scorp was, for years, man. He's been around.
For all you audio people, I tried to cover the camera to make it go black, but I failed. Sorry.
He does great work, man. Great work for years. Ever since he was the, he did that random cameo with the Team Hell No stuff back in the day. You remember that?
Who's that? Scorpio?
Scorpio Sky. He wasn't the Doctor, but he was Harold. In the skits, the Team Hell No skits back in the day. Go back on Peacock and look at those, man. That's Scorpio Sky. Harold.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Then we get a Thunder Rosa promo. This was good. But they play her music too early, or they cut her off like they do at the Oscars. Is that what happened? Right? Wasn't it awkward?
It's because she took too long of a pause. It's because she was trying to think of a good ending.
They're like, okay, and then she's done.
Yeah.
They hit the button.
And no makeup. You see that? She came out there to make a point. No makeup.
She incorporated that into the promo. I like there being a distinction. I didn't know that's what she looked like. It's cool that they're making the distinction now. Like, it's like the Finn Balor thing, the war paint, Yeah. There's a crossover. When I put this on, like, we're battling. I like that.
I still got Deeb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, we kind of skipped over predictions on so triple threat tag, who do you got?
Oh, I'm going to go with I'm bouncing back and forth between the glorious Swerve, but I think I'm going to go Team Taz on this. I think it's a heel tag team title.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no one really sees that coming. So that's, that could happen. I mean, it seems like I was mentioning, it seems like the push is for Swerve and them. But then again, it could go really either way, or it could stay with Jungle and Lucha.
Last tag team champions were Lucha Brothers, faces. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, faces. And they're kind of stale, right?
Right.
I mean, it's been kind of boring, I think. And I think they lose it to Team Taz. I think Christian does something there, and I see Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. That's Vito armchair quarterbacking.
When you put it like that, it does make a lot of sense. Yes, so, getting the titles on some heels, I think would do some good.
Yeah, and give me Deeb.
You still got Deeb on the women's match.
Yeah.
I don't know. After this promo, I think Rosa comes out on top. They can't give up on her. They can't give up on her title reign yet, I don't think. And I just want to differ from you on this one. just for argument's sake.
Who are you going for on the triple threat?
My pick on the triple threat, I mean, I guess I never made an official pick, huh? I think what you say makes sense. I mean, I was thinking Swerve Keith Lee, but I'm changing the titles to another face tag team. Maybe it's not optimal, but then again, maybe they don't want a heel tag team besides the Bucks winning it. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go with you and say Starks and Hobbs, the sleeper
and the
pick.
thing about them winning again is they just won a triple threat tag team match like at the last pay-per-view.
Okay.
So I don't see them winning 2 in a row. So they gotta lose it. And Team Taz sounds good to me.
Okay.
So
That's totally fair.
we're going together on another one.
We get Velvet Sky, Red Velvet, and Ruby.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Backstage deal. Hey, why not, right? I think Bubba's keeping her under lock and chain. But
they're not together anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just found that out recently.
Well, this kind of
was awkward.
This leads to a Ruby thing where, they're just leading up to the match with her and Statlander to see who faces the winner of our next match, which was Britt Baker, Toni Storm.
Don't be nice. This match sucked.
Was this bad?
It was bad.
Was this subpar?
When they went to the outside, not only did it look bad going to the outside, but everything on the outside was awful. So awful. It was not good. That Becky Lynch thing, I have it in the back of my mind, and
you're thinking that every time now.
It bugs me.
You're like, damn it. Why?
Stupid Becky Lynch. Anyway, she rolls her up, holds the ropes. What's her face comes down. What's her name? Jamie Hayter.
That's Hayter.
Jamie Hayter comes down. I think Britt Baker says, "I don't need your help." Is that what she says?
Yeah, something along those lines.
I think she said, "I don't need your help." I don't know. I didn't really care. This match was awful.
Maybe it was maybe it was bad because I was going in and out of it.
Yeah, it was.
Really wasn't holding my attention.
And I love both of those wrestlers. I love Britt Baker and Toni Storm, but this match they were having an off night or something. Oh yeah, www.owenhartfoundation.org.
There you go. Make a donation.
Anyway. Yeah.
Well, this could have been because they were rushed. It also could have been because, just the way that it had to work out. Britt Baker moving on in the tournament. And as mentioned, we'll meet the winner of that Ruby Statlander match, which will be on Rampage here in a couple days. And then we got the main event. Right, Vito?
Joe and O'Reilly.
This match was a lot better, obviously.
Yes. Of course it is.
Than the previous encounter. But as much as I did enjoy it, I couldn't help but just think a couple things. Kyle O'Reilly in the main event. I love Kyle O'Reilly, but I think he's been in close to that spot at least a couple weeks now. Just is not just not what I'm used to. You know what I mean? As far as a marquee matchup, great match.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a tournament match.
Right.
I don't think after the tournament's over, he's going to keep being a main event guy.
And as I was,
not that he doesn't deserve it. I mean,
well, no, he's great.
NXT work. Yeah.
He's great, and I don't have a problem with it, but I'm just talking about from a star power standpoint. Then again, This is a different show. If this is WWE booking the show, they end it with a 6-man tag with everyone in the main feuds. And
Tony Khan is for us, man.
And it's
Tony Khan is for me and you.
It's a whole predictable thing. So
a couple of notes.
We got a good match. Here. We got a good match.
Joe does a huge elbow drop. Huge. He just jumps way up in the air and drops that straight down on his chest. Very impressive.
Well, this was Stiff Fest 2022.
Yeah, this was a beatdown on both sides. It wasn't one-sided. They were beating the hell out of each other.
Right. yeah, I mean, that's, we go to the, Joe goes over, and, as I was watching this match, I was just like, man, there's no way that O'Reilly wins this, but it still didn't take away from my enjoyment.
No. Joe puts him to sleep. We all knew that was happening.
So we have the final set for the men. We're still waiting on the one woman on the other end of that tournament.
Who do you think? Soho or Statlander?
I don't really know much about Statlander, so I'm going to go with Soho.
I'm calling Statlander only because I want to see her and Britt Baker go at it.
Okay.
I've seen Britt Baker and Soho, and I wasn't very impressed. Ruby Soho does not impress me much.
She's cool. I mean, whatever.
She is.
She's fine. Yeah, but I can see where you could say that as well.
Show ends with Cole coming out and hitting the Bebe.
Right, we get a little stare down there from Cole at the entranceway. But this still sets up, I'm telling you, Vito, just like we were saying last week, Cole and Britt being the couples winners of this thing. And I'm gonna keep with that.
Me too. I'm with it. I bought on to that.
I glossed over earlier. We did have a Hardy's promo on the Bucks. Who do we have in that one?
Bucks.
Got to go Bucks, okay. Bucks' momentum is just seems like it's really not there. So it could really go either way. But I'm going to take Hardy's just because it seems like, I don't know if we need to see the Bucks go away and come back for a while or something, but it just seems like this is, and don't get me wrong, I know they're going to be awesome, but it just seems kind of thrown in here. But it'll be interesting to see what they do to try to steal the show at the same time. So,
well, you know what? At some point in the show, Jade did a quick promo about her and
okay, yeah, we have that match too. Anna Jay.
Yeah, Anna Jay. I called Jade on that one. What do you got? Yeah,
we got to keep Jade Cargill's. We got to keep that run going. There's just no momentum for Anna Jay to be the person that finally, ends her streak.
She's the sleeper out of nowhere either.
Right. Yeah, I just don't see that happening.
And then there's one that we haven't talked about that I saw come up.
We have
two matches?
Well, we have one match, and then we have the pre-show match, but sadly the Hookhausen, Tony Nese match was bumped to the pre-show, but
I'm okay with that.
What do you do? What do you do if you're Danhausen,
If you look at the whole card, that's the match for the pre-show.
That's
a pre-show match.
Right.
But the other one, I got Hookhausen on that, right?
Absolutely. They gotta, Hookhausen has to go over for sure.
And the other one is House of Black versus Death Triangle.
Yes.
So, who do you got for that?
I think they need to end this and move House of Black onto something different. So I'm going to go with the faces. I'm going to go with Death Triangle.
Wow. That's another place we differ. I'm going House of Black.
Yeah. Flip a coin, you could do it either way. You can either have them build up the heat and continue the feud a little bit longer, but I get, if it's me, I'm just going to circle the wagons on this House of Black thing and attempt something else beyond this feud, because this feud is, they're getting airtime, but it's just so back burner. It feels like the least important of the matches, and that's probably why it's, down the card. So who knows?
All right.
But I think we got all 28 matches in there. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. At least 11.
Well, Vito, thank you very much for joining me, my man. We had some technical difficulties in the middle, so we ran over time a little, but it's all good.
What's a Dynamite preview without a couple technical difficulties?
Right, exactly. You know, hitting the music too soon, you know, just whatever. Stuff happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we botch moves, we botch shows. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, that's
how it goes.
We have a kinship with each other. So
exactly. Vito and the brand.
Vito and the brand.
We review Dynamites.
We review Dynamites. I think 4.
That officially makes us all elite.
I think
4?
I think 4 or 5 we've been doing this. So
all right, well, we're definitely all elite at this point.
We are all elite, and I think people are listening.
Yeah,
I think people in high places are listening. I mean, they named the match after your ideas.
I know.
It's very nice.
The triple threat match?
Yeah. Exactly. No. The Anarchy. Yeah, it's a triple threat match. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. Anarchy Arena. Yep.
So there you go.
All right. Let's say goodnight to our people.
Absolutely. Vito TV, Pro Wrestling Planet, Vito TV on YouTube. You can check out everything my end on Pro Wrestling Planet on PW Planet. Spotify, yes. But also
that's where I listen to it at.
Also pwplanet.com has all the links, brother. It has the YouTube, it has the Twitter engine, the Spotify, all that good stuff. So hit it up.
Vito TV on YouTube.
Vito TV.
I got a lot of videos on there, not just the reviews, but so check it out.
A Renaissance man.
That's right.
All right, man. Well,
Too sweet me, bro.
Too sweet it, and we will see y'all next time. Ouch!